Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the One Nation of Gamers 2016 circuit brought to you by Geico and Video Game Voters Network. My name is TJ, and I am joined by the Tan and Grace, and we just got a second win because we're jumping into the grand finals of Open number 5, and it's between Shoop and Chess Dude. What were your thoughts on seeing these guys play early in the semifinal matches on their decks, Tan?
I'm excited to see these two guys play because I was actually really impressed with their play. And you're definitely right about the second wind. I took my jacket off, went outside, ran around the house once or twice real quick, got the blood flowing. I'm ready to go and see some more Hearthstone. I really like their lineups, and I'm really just enjoying watching Chess Dude play. I know you're a big fan of his, and you've gotten a lot more exposure to him than I have. You got to work around him and with him at the prelims. But I got to watch him a little bit on stream before, and I was impressed, and now I'm even more impressed. And honestly, I'm very impressed with Shoop as well. I thought he played really well, kept his composure, and then seemed to know his matchups even in this brand new format. And I think that's, given these guys a huge edge. So I'm not surprised seeing them in the finals of this tournament since it's such a brand new format and metagame. So anyone who's got like that small edge actually has a big one right now because everything's so new.
Yeah, very true. Very well said. Chess Dude proved himself to be a really strong player. He had a top 4 finish at the Americas Championship, which was good, but I'm sure he was a little bit disappointed because going in he felt like he should win it. I think a lot of people felt like he was one of the strongest players there. But Shoop has proven himself time and time again in ONOG. There's a reason why after today he's going to be guaranteed Geico points leader. There's a reason why even in the last circuit, he was one of the players to almost make it all the way. So definitely proven himself a lot, especially in this circuit and in this format. And we'll see if he can take it. But both these guys have very similar deck lineups. The only difference being the Rogue and the Priest, because they both have Zoo. They both have Freeze Mage and just the Rogue and the Priest. And if all the deck lineups match up similarly, then Chess Dude will have an advantage because that Rogue should do well against the Priest. But we'll see, it's sort of these deck predictions have sort of been shattered. Yeah. It's hard to tell what's favored now. People just haven't figured out how to deal with some decks yet. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Oh, we get the Freeze Mage mirror. This is I gotta say, this is one of the more like skillful mirrors too, especially if you don't understand it. Like if you don't know how to play the mirror, then you can actually just give away a game really quickly. Except for there's what was different about Shoop's deck? I know he has mirror image in it, but did he have anything else different in his deck?
I don't know if he had Reno Jackson or not, but I don't think he did. I think the mirror image is just sort of a tech inclusion. You have to find you have a couple extra slots in the deck now that like Mad Scientist is gone, and I can't remember what else, but it hasn't lost much.
Yeah, do you think it's maybe something to go along with like Antonitis? Antonitis into mirror imaging a lot of decks is really good.
Yeah, it feels like it. But this matchup actually nowadays it seems like it's become suspiciously linear, meaning it's basically like the first person to play Alexstrasza and have enough burn to pop the block wins. So at times this matchup feels really unintuitive because it literally just comes down to that. But the situations where both players have terrible draws are the ones that make it interesting. Or if one player like defensively Alexstrazzas, or if one player doesn't utilize their burn correctly and pops the block at 3 instead of pops the block, at 1. There can be some situations where some weird things can happen. But I feel like nowadays it's sort of rare, and we'll see how this one's going to play out.
Now, Shoop's hand does have 2 Doomsayers in it, so, this is kind of a thing, because I think his build is a little different than most people's, because that is, that is a Gnomish Inventor in his hand as well, so he is going to be able to draw a card off that, and that's a card I haven't seen in Freeze Mage, and I probably haven't seen this card in competitive play since Patron. I think maybe some of the very first Reno decks had, like, a copy of this card every now and then. So I think there's a chance there's another weird card or two in Shoop's build, but maybe he just wanted even more cycle in his deck, and maybe didn't want Loot Hoarder. He wanted something along, turn 4 that he wanted to be able to play. So we don't have his full list. We didn't see the full list when we saw his game earlier. So I'm in for more surprises here.
Yeah, I definitely say so. It also is it's a better card right now.
Mhm.
It's because it cycles and it also helps you fight against boards. So it helps you fight against like aggro decks.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times nowadays it feels like faster decks don't get going as quickly. So you can afford to play 4 mana, draw a card and put a body on the board because you have enough time for it to gain value, its body to gain value as well. So
Yeah, a 2/4 is great against like Zoo. Like it's going to trade for like 1 to 2 cards every time. Plus you get to draw a card as well.
Mhm. Yeah. Right now it feels like Shoop has like too much draw.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Chestu though, he's in the situation where like, what does he actually play here? He's already got an ice block down. He has an ice barrier in his hand that he can get into play if he wants. He can start fitting in pings, but does he, what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to ping the face here? So is it ping Blood Mage Thalnos? It's a little early to get a lot of value off Blood Mage Thalnos. And, you're gonna get armor this way as well. So it looks like he's gonna try to overdraw Shoop.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is okay, but he's not going to overdraw him this turn. I mean, I guess it's going to be hard for Shoop to make it so that he doesn't, because he's going to draw at least 2 next turn. But, he's got some stuff that he can't afford to just get out of his hand right now. If he wants to, he can just mirror image Forgotten Torch and play a Doomsayer down, or even just double Doomsayer if he really wants to just get rid of stuff from his hand.
I kind of like getting the Forgotten Torch in. I mean, you get a little extra value off the Blood Mage Thalnos, plus you just get the Roaring Torch into your deck. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you definitely want to couple this with probably getting 1 more card out of your hand. And are you ever going to get value out of mirror image in this matchup?
It turns into a fireball with Archmage Tinnitus, but a lot of times you don't even need more fireballs. Mm-hmm. As long as you have enough burn already to get through the 15 damage after Alexstrasza.
That's true. Yeah, and that's actually a pretty cool thing in this matchup too, is the Doomsayers getting played the turn before Alexstrasza turns. So you can preemptively try to keep them from Alexstraszaing you.
Yeah. Well, there's a chance here for Chestu to burn a card from Shoop. But if he pings the Acolyte first, lets the Doomsayer go off, then one of these cards will be gone. But or if he just Blizzards, Blizzard's like a dead card in the matchup anyway. A lot of times, he can get the same result, but then he's not cycling, and he's not really doing much of anything. He has developed his secrets, which is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. We've already seen some pretty impactful cards get burned in the top 4 here today. We saw an Alexstrasza get burned earlier in a game that looked like there was no business for the person ever beating the Freeze Mage, and then there's that little glimmer of hope. And yeah, I kind of like just using Blizzard here. Just get the card out of your hand. You get to overdraw your opponent here. Ooh. I thought the ice block was burned for a second. Here we go. Oh, right. He burns a Blizzard.
Yeah,
Shoop's
Blizzard
gotta be happy to see that.
Yeah, Blizzard is just effectively a dead card anyway in the matchup, so that's good for Shoop. He's just getting closer to his good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times in the Freeze Mage Mirror that on turns 6, 7, or 8, there's a Blizzard being played with no minions in play.
Yeah.
Mind if I roll need?
Both players just more power cycling to Alexstrasza. This is what this matchup has become. Just 2 players just effectively power cycling to burn in Alexstrasza.
It's pretty much just draw go. It's I find this matchup, it's kind of like the funny way that I describe No Limit Hold'em. I'm a big poker player, and it's hours and hours of boredom highlighted by a few moments of sheer terror. And that's what the first 8 turns feel like in this matchup. Everybody's I'll draw a card. Well, I'll draw 2. All right, well, I'll draw a card and gain some life. Okay. And then all of a sudden it's please don't have Alexstrasza or I'm dead here. Or, you hold your breath to, maybe they didn't draw all the burn they needed, and popping blocks back and forth. First person to get Emperor Thaurissan is kind of at a big advantage a lot of times too.
Yeah, because you can play your Alexstrasza sooner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But neither player has drawn into it. Shoop might be thinking, maybe I just start throwing damage at his face. Mm-hmm. Because Shoop actually has a lot of damage. He's got 12 from the fireballs, and then from the frost bolts and ice lances, he has another 11. So that's that is essentially enough. with just the burn that he has in his hands, as long as he fits in pings. So Fireball face plus ping could be a viable option here, or even just double Fireball.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to get into pings every turn. I've heard a lot of Freeze Mage players say that any turn that you can ping over something else, you should be doing that anyway, because you just want to make sure you get in as many activations of your hero power as you can, because it's worth so much damage over the span of the game.
Yeah. Can Chess Dude just do the same thing?
Is Shoop playing Roaring Torch or not? Do you know? I'm assuming he's not, since he has Mirror Image in his deck, and I'm guessing Antonitis.
He did play one. He played one earlier.
Okay, yeah, okay.
He's doing it at the face for burn early in the game.
Trying to remember who's played what spell. Their decks are so similar.
Yeah.
And they're probably within 25 to 26 cards of the same deck.
Yeah, I think Chess Dude's plan here has got to be sort of the same thing. But, you know, if he's got to realize, though, if Shoop is going for it, then can he go for it? Like, Chess Dude might now have to be on the plan of, well, I have to defensively Alexstrasza. So these are the kinds of games where both players aren't drawing very well, where they get interesting. Like, neither player draws Alexstrasza in their first half of their decks.
Yep, and here comes the pre-Alexstrasza play that we talked about. You know, it's like, if I'm going to get Alexstrasza this turn, which, I mean, it would only be for 3 damage anyway, might as well play this Doomsayer.
Yeah.
And Shoop's drawing some bad cards as well, too, here. He's got another Frost Nova in his hand now, and he's got double Mirror Image with a Cone of Cold. A lot of these cards just don't do anything in this matchup.
He can pop the block this turn, though.
Yeah.
Fireball, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Ping. It's exactly 18 damage.
That would put a lot of pressure on Chess Dude for the next couple turns.
Yeah, it means he has to have second Ice Block and Alexstrasza within the next 2 turns, in that order. Yeah, I think you go for it. I mean, there's not going to really be a better opportunity. Even if your opponent does have Alexstrasza, you have a lot of ways to sort of stall out the game until you do draw into enough burn. So,
is he 1 mana short of doing all that? Yeah, he's 1 mana short of doing all that.
Oh, he's turn 9. He's turn 9.
Yeah, it's turn 9. Yeah. I thought it was turn 10 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I thought Freeze Mage Mirrors started at 10 mana.
Yeah. Caster's infinite mana.
Yeah. It's the ultimate curse.
Yeah.
We look at numbers, and all we see are hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
So is Chess Dude going to do something similar? He's going to try to set up popping the block next turn?
Can he do it?
All right, so he's got coin. So he actually has 10 mana this turn if he wants, but he only has 1 Ice Lance.
Will it be enough? Will it blend?
4, 5, 6, 7. Will it blend? So this is another 3. It's 7. He has to use a coin, though, if he does this. All right, well, I guess he doesn't have to use coin because he doesn't have to Frostbolt Ice. He doesn't have to Ice Lance this turn.
Yeah.
A lot of math going back and forth on the other side. So can I pop him at 1? What are my options after this turn?
He can. Yeah, he should be able to. Yeah, he set it up to where he could pop him at 1.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, Chester's got a couple turns to draw Alexstrasza.
Yeah. Also, he can Loot Hoarder here, but he's never going to be attacking Chess Dude because if he attacks Chess Dude, it actually only gets in. It actually gives Chess Dude 6 life.
Yeah.
So if he ever he's just going to play the Doomsayer. I like this play. This way, if Chess Dude Alexstrazzas himself, he's going to lose the Alexstrasza and Shoop draws an extra card. I kind of like Doomsayering. Like when else are you going to be playing it?
Yeah. That way, if he does play the Alexstrasza defensively, then that means you can. But if he plays the Alexstrasza defensively, it means that I guess he'd have to. But he does have freeze effects too, so I think. Oh, okay. What's Jesse going to draw? It's Ice Barrier, so he's got to play Ice Block this turn. And he can pop the block also. So is Chess Dude just going to win? Because Shoop doesn't have second ice block. Because he can pop it 1 and coin out the ice block here.
All right, so what is he drawing into in the next turn, though? He needs
Alexstrasza
or
ice block.
Yeah, I was gonna say ice block.
Oh, wow! He got it.
That is a huge draw for Shoop here.
He has to. I mean, he has to do it. He can Arcane Intellect, but he can't pop the block if he plays Alexstrasza, is the thing. So he gives Chess Dude more time. But I don't know if he's really too worried about that. Because Arcane Intellect is way too risky, and Chess Dude doesn't pick up his own Alexstrasza. So basically, he's just going to have to Emperor Thorsan and hope. I mean, he's got 11 cards left in his deck, and his only out is Alexstrasza. And even if he gets his own Alexstrasza, he's still probably dead because Shoop is going to have multiple turns to do this. So it looks like Shoop's just going to take it. I thought it was looking for Chess Dude, but Shoop, he got what he needed.
Well, he drew the Alexstrasza first. You know, we talked about that's kind of a big deal. So do you Roaring Torch the Emperor Thorsan here? Does it even matter?
I hope you like my invention.
I don't know if it even matters.
I guess you do. I guess you just Frost Nova back. Okay.
He
Yeah,
wants
I mean,
to
if
save,
you- oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
wants
yeah.
to save his
You wanna-
burn, yeah.
Yeah, you want to save burn for in case Alexstrasza comes off the top for Chess Dude here.
Yeah. Very true. So Chess Dude needs Alexstrasza or bust here, and even Alexstrasza is not going to really save him from long.
Ugh, he can't.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he can't cycle into. He could play Blood Mage Thanos and cycle into another card, but there's no card that he can draw off the Blood Mage Thanos that keeps him from dying the next turn. Shoop could have killed him multiple ways. He could have just pinged him. He even had enough damage to attack through an ice barrier as well. So looks like Shoop's gonna go up 1-0 in the Freeze Mage mirror here. Shoop, I believe he had a Dragon Priest, right?
Shoop did, yeah. He had Dragon Priest.